Biggest pain in my fucking dick I've ever fucking felt.
You are now listening to the Inner Circle Podcast Network.
Get them titties out. Get them kitties out. Get them cooters out. Get them pooters out. Shit happens when you party naked. Shit happens when you party naked. Get them titties out. Get them kitties out. Get them cooters out. Get them pooters out. Shit happens when you party naked.
What's good, motherfuckers? Welcome to Shit Happens When You Party Naked. That's the podcast you're listening to right now. Congratulations. My name is Jason Almy. I am king shit of fuck mountain. Why would you fuck with me? I'm the host of this motherfucker. I'm the one who wears stupid fucking clothes and puts stupid fucking decorations on the wall behind him. So his wife says it looks like a goddamn dorm room in here. And I'm like, what do you want from me, honey? I'm in college, after all. So it's kind of fucking appropriate. Welcome to the show. Tonight, I got a fucking guest with me. This is a man. Normally, I like to record podcasts with him in person. This is one of my podcasting buddies that I've met in real life on several occasions because he happens to live in my former hometown of Georgia. This is favorite uncle, not the one that touches you at Thanksgiving, right? This is not the molesty uncle. This isn't the here, drink this, and then you don't remember the rest of the night uncle, but you wake up with your boxers on backwards uncle. Why would you wake up with your boxers on backwards? Well, back in the day, nobody wore fucking boxer briefs. Everybody wore fucking boxers, right? Now it's all boxer briefs. It's like whitey tighties with a little bit of legs, and they're comfortable. I wear them too. I'm wearing them right now. Just kidding. I'm naked from the waist down. But back in the day, we used to wear boxers. They were these loose things. You'd pull your fucking jeans on and they would get all crumpled up around your crotch area. And you'd have to try to like jam your hand down there and get them fucking straightened back out again. Regardless, there was a slit in the front for your penis so you could pee through the slit. You could pull your dick out and piss. Well, if you woke up with your boxers on backwards, guess what was happening? Anyway, he's not that kind of uncle. He's the take a knee son kind of uncle. He's the kind of uncle you go to when you got a question, when you need advice, when you got girl problems, you got school problems, teacher problems, work problems. Maybe you've got erectile dysfunction. Maybe you've got uncontrollable flatulence when you get nervous. Maybe you have I don't know, maybe you've got asbestos poisoning, a mesothelioma. I don't think he's a very good guy to go to for advice on that last one. But look, he would at least tell you to keep your chin up and fight the goddamn thing. This is the man whose voices roll through the hills, thundering, booming across the land with one very special word. And that is goddamn. Welcome to the show. The host of Married as Fuck podcast, Mr. Randall, goddamn motherfucking Uncle Randy Fowler, goddamn. What's good, Uncle Randy? How you doing, man?
Hell, I'm doing good, son. Happy to be here, goddamn. Hell, it's about time. I've been waiting a while to be back.
I've been waiting a while, too. I've been waiting a while. You know, this whole, I feel like it's going to be, I don't feel like it's going to be it's been a frustrating day. It's been a frustrating 2020. I was supposed to come to Atlanta so that I could visit you and the rest of my family back in fucking May. And that shit got canceled because we're all going to catch COVID and die. So we push it back to August. Guess what? End of July rolls around and we're still all going to get fucking COVID and die if we leave our house. So we pushed it back again. This time, I don't know when the fuck I'm going to come down. We're supposed to record in person. I always push back on you and I recording digitally via Skype or whatever, StreamYard. I don't like it. I want to be in the room with you. I want to smell your musk. I want to feel your chain hitting me when we hug. I want to smell your dog's rancid farts when he shits himself and I can taste it.
Me too. Me too.
That dog, is he still farting? Does he still come in the podcast studio?
He's still farting, son. He's not in here with me now. He tends to hang around with Brooke when it comes to the podcasting. I think he's in there shitting up my son's room with him.
That's
Gunner,
terrible.
who's now a full-grown man at 6 years old. My seeds tend to age quickly. They're monsters.
Gunner's like 6 feet now, right?
Yeah, Griffin's got a full beard. Hell, he's a monster. I don't know what happened, son. My seed, it's too powerful, son.
It's
too much
powerful.
testosterone.
Your seed is too powerful. Do you ever, I don't know if you're a wicked nerdy guy, like into the nerdy shit, but I'm not big into it. I like to beat the shit out of nerds, fucking nerds. But like Superman, do you ever wonder, like he's strong as fuck. Do you ever wonder if he gets to like jackhammer and Lois and he just like you want to talk about beating it up? Like all of us normal humans like to be like, yeah, I beat that shit up for straight 35 seconds last night. Goddamn. But like Superman, I mean, he would like bust her fucking hips. Like he would turn her hip bone, her entire pelvis into powder, right? He would just fucking powderize that shit. She'd shit her uterus out. Like, you want to talk about,
she would live.
I don't think she would either. You want to talk about strong seed? He would blow that shit out the top of her head. He would fucking be like, I'm almost there, Skeet. And then the top of her head would open up and his jizz would fly out. How are you going to have a baby with that lady? I mean, he crushes concrete. He's got a literal jackhammer for a cock.
Yeah, there's no way you can get it with Superman like that. There's just no way, son. It's not possible.
Yeah, it's not possible. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. I think
unsafe.
You don't. It's unsafe. It's unsound. It's not advised by Uncle Randy. So look, your seed is not Superman, but it's still pretty strong. I was going to say, all these movies I watched, like here's one for you. Have you ever seen a movie called Better Off Dead?
Of course I have, sir.
Good. Because if you'd said no, I would have shot myself in the mouth live on stream like I was Bud fucking Dwyer, but I'm glad you saved me from that inevitable fate. Whenever I watch a movie like that movie, Lane is the main character. He's played by John Cusack. It's a classic film. If you can hear me and you haven't seen Better Off Dad, do yourself a fucking favor. Get out there and watch Better Off Dad. Do it tonight. Rent that shit on Apple TV. I'll reimburse you. I'll send you the $3. I promise you. My wife will hate it, but I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. You need to see that.
Uncle Randy seconds that. I think you should watch every early 80s John Cusack movie. One Crazy Summer. You got Better Off Dead.
Preach.
And what's the other one? There's one other one that's really good.
That would be, you're maybe thinking of Say Anything, the 1989 classic directed by Cameron Crowe.
Yeah, that's when he got into the serious good movie.
Yeah, he got a little more serious there. So I watched One Crazy Summer. I actually showed One Crazy Summer to my wife. She'd never seen it, and we watched it, I don't know, just a couple weeks ago as it was summertime, and I thought it would be inappropriate to watch this movie during the, I don't know, Christmas vacation. That would be weird. It's One Crazy Summer, not One Crazy Christmas. So we watched One Crazy Summer, and just like with One Crazy Summer, Better Off Dead, they were both directed by a guy named Savage Steve Holland, who he wrote or co-wrote the films too. So they're very similar movies. I kind of view them as like a pair. They go together. They're not really a sequel or whatever, but they still, to me, they that's like essential viewing. But there are a few characters in both of those movies actually that don't look like teenagers, despite the fact that they're playing teenagers, right? Like the girl that dumps John Cusack, I can't remember her name, but the girl who dumps John Cusack at the beginning of Better Off Dead, and who kind of incites, that's the inciting incident for the film that starts his whole downward spiral into all his failed suicide attempts, which is really kind of dark when you think about it, but it's actually funny. Like, this guy's going to spend the movie trying to kill himself and failing, and we're going to find that comical. It's a little dark, but I love it nonetheless. But she looks like she's fucking 30, and she's supposed to be playing like 17, 18.
Yeah, and then
that's your seat.
Doesn't he get with the exchange student in Better Off Dead eventually?
Absolutely, yeah. He does the smart thing. He gets with the French broad.
Yes.
And she's doing the smart thing too. She's thinking, if I can get, like, if we can turn this whole thing into a teenage, if we can turn this foreign exchange semester into a teenage pregnancy, then I get to fucking stay in America if I want to. You know what I mean? Like, get that immediate citizen.
That's when America was America, son. When that was the key to get in here. That's all you have
Yeah.
to do. You know, come in here.
All you needed was some strong Uncle Randy style seed. All you needed was a guy such as yourself to pound one out, give you a. I mean, your kids must have looked like they were 4 or 5 when they were 6 months old, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, they're athletic.
Yeah, I mean, I
specimens.
said
They're
all
both
that.
freaks.
Yeah, they're both. I mean, freaks of nature in the best possible way. I mean, Gunner's dick has got to be bigger than mine is at this point.
Oh,
It has to be, right?
Oh, it's definitely.
Yeah.
bigger
So,
than yours.
yeah. Well, that's.
He's
I
a
guess
savage. Now, I got a question for you.
Absolutely.
Jason Alme. Have you ever had a guest on that's had more drinks in front of them at one time? I want to go through my drinks right now because I think this is riveting. I've got
Show us.
my ice cold beer here, Bud Light.
What kind of beer is that?
Bud Light.
Bud Light, yes, only the classiest. You and Big Earl. I need to get you two together.
I got the green nasty. I'm gonna go ahead and chug this. This is to you, sir. This is the healthy green juices, son. This is kale and all that crazy bullshit.
And no alcohol in that one. That's just kale and broccoli and egg whites and Superman semen.
All right, so then I follow that up. This is some emergency, son. My vitamin C. This is one of those emergency packets. Go ahead and down this. This is the raspberry flavor. It's good stuff, son.
I love the raspberry flavor. That's my second favorite flavor behind orange. Orange is number 1.
Next, I follow that up with my probiotics, son. This is my Dannon. This is to keep the gut biome, my microbiome in check, son. This is all part of having a strong seed. I'm trying to help people here.
Absolutely. So if you drink something that looks like semen, then it strengthens your semen. That makes perfect sense.
And I got the trusty Mountain Dew here, the drinky poo, and some water, son. So that's a good 7 or 8 drinks. So
that's a lot of drinks. You got a long table. Nobody in the stream can see how long your table is, but I've had the pleasure, everyone, of going and visiting Uncle Randy at Uncle Randy Studios, Team Fowler Studios, Civilized Creature Studios, whatever they're calling it. I've been there. I've seen the table. It's a prodigious table. It's a long, long table. You could clear everything off of that table and you could make love. You could have a 3-way on that table. It's so big. You must have it completely covered with drinks.
Yeah, Brooke hates me every time because every time we do a show in here, I end up leaving them behind, and she comes in here and follows up, and then she beats me, son. She does beat me. She hits Uncle Randy physically. And I'm okay with that. She's always done it.
Yeah.
You know, I deserve it most of the time.
I feel like that's something we have in common because my wife also beats me, which is why I'm wearing sunglasses tonight. Dr. Zeus.
Too. That's the truth.
Yeah. I'm covering up the shiner my wife gave me. I talk back. I started to talk back. I didn't really talk back. Like I opened my mouth. She says something and I was like, yeah, but, and then I caught myself like thinking I could pull the words back in and the backhand just flew. She's fucking so fast. It was like Mr. Miyagi karate chopping the glass bottles and breaking them off the fucking truck, like right across the side of my eyes. Like she didn't even make a fist, but she just used like the back of her hand and the knuckles and just her ring and everything. So I'm kind of fucked up. And that's why Dr. Zeus, I appreciate you admiring the shades. I got my 80s style drip on, and I understand I do look like the serial killer Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. I've even got my penis tucked back behind my legs and would you fuck me, it puts lotion on its skin. I understand I look like a serial killer right now, but I'm trying to cover up the shiner my wife gave me because she fucking, she gives it to me, man.
Yeah, and Brooke's the same way. I got earlier, I'm just now starting to puff up on my right eye because she came in and saw these drinks before we started, son, and she laid one on me. And look, I've learned to accept it.
Yeah.
She's very aggressive. A lot of people know, my wife can be scary, son. She doesn't take any shit.
Nope.
And look, most of the time I start it and I bring it on myself. So
yeah, it's always, well, that's how it is. I always bring it on myself, right? I mean, it's not her fault. It's my fault. It's obviously my fault. Obviously, if I didn't fuck up so bad, she wouldn't have to hit me.
Agreed. Same story. Our wives are so similar.
I know. It is. It's weird.
I've got to ask you a personal question though, because we've got a little bit of, people know we got old Nancy Pelosi.
This is the real me.
I need to know, would Jason Alme smash Nancy Pelosi? Just
like
off the cuff.
We're talking with my penis or a brick?
No, with your penis. I got
with
even younger Pelosi or oldie. I lean more toward the oldie Pelosi.
You lean more toward oldie Pelosi. I see. I feel like this is where you turn into Superman. I think even me, I don't even think she could stand my 22 seconds of straight jackhammering. I think she's just too old. Like old ladies like that, they got hip problems. So you're going to bust that hip up. She's going to need to replace the replacement hip if you get in there and just you start Uncle Randy and her shit. I mean, because you fucking work out, you go to the gym. Nancy Pelosi could not get underneath you. She couldn't last a fucking minute underneath you. She'd be lucky if you came in 30 seconds because I don't think she could make it longer than that. So I got to say, yeah, why not? Yeah, I'd fuck her. Because you know what? It's a story. I could get on here on Shit Happens When You Party Naked, say, no one's going to fucking believe me, but guess what I did last weekend? I smashed Nancy Pelosi. So when you see her on TV rolling up in one of those motorized wheelchairs like she's Christopher Reeve post-accident, then you're going to know that I'm telling you the fucking truth and that I busted them hips up. And I honestly, I'm sorry, honey. I think she's watching this, but it's not cheating if she's 95 years old and you bust her hips up. And I'm not even doing it for fun anymore. I'm just doing it, it's for America. Yeah, I'm doing it for America. I'm a public servant serving a public servant. So it's all in the sake of America. Why Nancy Pelosi? Was that?
I don't know. She's just been on my mind with her ludicrous bullshit. It's going to drive us straight into Corona talk, but I just can't believe.
I say we veer into it. I've already bitched about my life has been fucking ruined by Corona. And I know somebody watching this probably just lost a loved one to Corona, and they're going to say, shut the fuck up, Jason. You know nothing, you motherfucker. How dare you? Okay, well, that's obviously hyperbole. My life hasn't been ruined. I'm sitting here in a well-lit studio with a fucking wicked, cool, psychedelic, trippy ass background, looking like a whole ass college student in a dorm room. I'm wearing a fucking kimono that makes me look like a serial killer. Of course my life isn't ruined, but fucking coronavirus has fucking pissed me off this week. Fucking pissed me off. It's inconvenient to me. And that's enough to make me complain about it on podcasts. So I'm sorry if your loved ones have died of coronavirus. I do apologize for that, but I'm inconvenienced. Okay. It's putting me out. I go to a college, right? As you know, I'm a college student. I'm studying for a master's degree in nutrition science. And yes, I am the oldest goddamned college student in all of University of New Hampshire. So they already fucking look at me weird. When I'm like, hey, I'm a student, they're like, this guy's full of fucking shit. Look at those gay ass sunglasses. What the fuck is this guy wearing? Why has he got his penis tucked behind his legs and he's asking me if I would fuck him and to put lotion on my skin and shit. He's not even respecting my pronouns. He's calling me it. Anyway, Silence of the Lambs. Go check it out, people. Right after Better Off Dad. Maybe before Better Off Dad. Better Off Dad will wash your mouth.
How is that? Are you having to do virtual learning and all that bullshit for hard ass master's classes?
Not yet. So last semester we shut down. The university just shut down after spring break. Everybody left for spring break. At that point, it was like late March, and the world was just looking like we were all going to crawl inside of a fucking cave. And then once inside the cave, we were all going to crawl inside our own assholes. So we would be double insulated from the coronavirus attacking the world and wiping out all of Italy and shit like that. So that was all digital. That was all virtual. And then I took a summer class, and those are always virtual anyway. And I don't know why we accept this, but we've been trained to accept it, because summer school, you remember when you were a juvenile delinquent in the 90s and you had to fucking take a class again because you failed it. You had to fucking show up in the morning every day all summer long, and you fucking hated it. Now they got like, oh, here's a computer. Just, you log in for like an hour. Do the shit whenever you want, because the teacher doesn't feel like being there either. So he's just going to post some shit. You go in there and you download it. You read it. You fill out the homework. You turn it in. It's fucking whatever. So we did that. And then the school is supposed to open back up this fall. And they did. This was the first week back. So Monday, UNH started classes. They got this thing now. We got to get COVID tested before we can get back onto campus. That sort of makes sense. They want to keep the place like COVID free. And anyway, I don't have to fucking worry because they do the COVID tests there. They say, we'll make it easy. We want you to take a COVID test, so we'll make it easy for you. You show up at Whitmore Stadium. That's where they do their hockey games and shit. It's like an indoor arena with the ice and shit like that. It's wicked fucking cool. They take their hockey real seriously up here. And They swab me, no problem. They take the results, they turn them in, they get the results. I don't even have to worry about like trying to go to my doctor and book something and then try to upload the results or get them to UNH. UNH already has them. It's easy, right? Easy breezy Japanesey, which is exactly what this fucking kimono is. Japanesey. Fuck. So I took my COVID test last week like I was supposed to, right? And in order to get onto campus, we have to have this wildcat pass. The world is becoming Nazi Germany. I have to have fucking papers in order to go into a fucking to enter a campus, like to fucking walk across the grass. I have to have
paying for, son. That you're paying for.
Oh man, I'm gonna get there, Uncle Randy. I'm gonna fucking get there because that is the crux of that is the crescendo. That's where I peak, I come, and then I fall asleep. But I get my COVID test just like I'm supposed to. I filled out all the forms I was supposed to. I was supposed to fill out a profile. I did all that shit. I had all my fucking ducks in a row lined up. And then Monday, who cares? I don't have class Monday. My class is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I don't have classes Monday or Friday. It's no big deal. I'm still not cleared, but I don't care because I took the COVID test last week. It's probably going to roll in Monday. I'll be good to go Tuesday. Guess who? What? I was fucking wrong. I'm not good to go Tuesday. I can't go to school. I'm barred from entering campus. I got to stay fucking home. And I missed my first day of class. I'm a little pissed. I email some people. I call some people. They're useless. They're volunteers. They don't know shit. They can't tell me shit because they don't know shit. They're volunteers. These motherfuckers aren't even giving me their last name. It's not like I'm the provost dean of such and such hot dogs or whatever. They're like, hey, I'm Megan, and your professors are supposed to be cool with you if you can't show up because we won't let you show up. And I'm like, well, do you care to divulge maybe something a little bit more specific in the way of university policy? Do you have something that you can refer me to that's like written and it's like codified and formalized? No, your professors are supposed to be cool. The university's asked them to be cool. Okay, so my professor's supposed to be cool with not showing up. If I tell the professor I wasn't out doing drugs and drinking my face off the night before and hungover, I wasn't cleared because of COVID. You can just take my word for it, right? My professor should be cool. So Wednesday rolls in. I'm still not cleared. That's fine. There's no lab this week. It's the first week, so I don't have to be there Wednesday anyway. So I'm not really missing anything. Although at this point, I'm still a little upset that my shit hasn't cleared yet. And I'm thinking Thursday, today, I gotta fucking be there. And I want my shit to clear so I can get up and fucking go to school. Guess what? I checked my phone first thing when I wake up this morning. Still not clear. Still, go fuck yourself. Every time I check my wildcat pass, my fucking German papers, my I don't know what they called them in fucking Germany or whatever, but my papers. I check my papers. Papers are fuck you. My papers are trained to Auschwitz, motherfucker. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I got to miss class today too. Only, hey, it's cool. My teacher texted me the other day, told me, hey, here's a Zoom link. I'll do a Zoom link because this is happening. It's not just you. It's happening to other people. So we'll set up a Zoom so at least you can attend the lecture virtually. And I'm like, all right, at least I can take notes. I can hear what the teacher says. I can follow along. Guess what? There's no fucking Wi-Fi at the university. I don't know. Maybe my teacher forgot to charge her fucking laptop. She gets one of the only student in the whole fucking class that actually knows me personally text me at 8:10 while I'm sitting in the Zoom. I'm the only motherfucker sitting in the Zoom by myself, my dick in my hand, my other thumb up my ass. I'm the only motherfucker waiting for class to start. It's 3 minutes late. She gets this motherfucker to text me to say, I'm sorry, no can do on the Zoom, buddy. You're just going to miss your whole fucking first week. Let me tell you, it's a good thing I was by myself here at home because I fucking wanted to rage. I wanted to rage. I wanted to burn down a goddamn orphanage. And that wouldn't be fair to the orphans. So I didn't do it, but I fucking wanted to. I thought about it. Like I was like, if I just go in there with a flamethrower and I'm toasting orphans like marshmallows and they're fucking running around like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is on fire at the end of Ghostbusters 1 and it's just fucking horrible and the nuns are screaming and everybody's fucking screaming and wailing and I'm laughing and crying at the same time, like sobbing, tears down my cheeks while laughing hysterically and gunning down these poor orphans. Like, fuck, it would make me feel better. But the issue here is I contacted everybody at the university I was supposed to contact. They say, call this number. I called the number. They say, email this email. I emailed the email. I get a whole bunch of people that are like, yeah, your professor should be cool. And also, did you try contacting someone that's not me? Every response is, hey, yeah, I'm sorry you're having trouble. I'm sorry you had to miss your whole first week because we wouldn't let you show up. But have you tried contacting someone that's not me? So you should try that. Try contacting someone that's not me.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear how much I spent on tuition?
Oh God, I can imagine though, if you were on a little Trembolona sandwich when all this shit was going down.
Oh God, if I was in contest prep, let me tell you about my contest prep before I really get to the punchline of this bitch. Let me tell you about my contest prep stack. Testosterone, obviously, up until the very end, so that you can dry out. You don't pull the testosterone until like last month. So test, equipoise, masteron, plenty of trenbolone, short ester too. And then as I get close, when I'm like last 6 weeks, we're talking about methyltren and halotestin. Those two right there are orals, which will not only liquefy your liver, but they will make you want to fuck a giant hole in the Hulk's forehead, rip his goddamn head off, and then fuck his mother while he watches.
I mean, instantly shit your liver out. That is liver poisoning.
I'll be angry when the fucking Bachelor goes to the commercials. You want to, as angry as I was today, that's how bad it was on Trend. The Bachelor goes to commercial. And I'm like, God damn it, Bachelor. You know what I mean? Like it was, that was a cocktail. My poor wife. No wonder she beats me.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Oh, shit. My mom's listening. Hi, Grand Jan. I think she's probably dipped because I said 5. My mom has a policy where she'll listen to my podcast until I've said 5 F words. So she listens to about 3 minutes of my podcast. No, 2 minutes of my podcast every week. Yeah, it's awful. Hi, Grand Jan. We love you. So do you want to guess how much I pay? I'm taking one course this semester. It's 4 credit hours. Do you want to guess how much I am paying in tuition with all the assorted fees and all the other stuff that kind of goes with that?
Yeah, let me take a guess. This is how long it's been since I was in school.
Yeah.
Albeit, though, people need to know, hell, Uncle Randy's got his damn MBA. That's a true stone cold fact, sons. I may be dumb, but I've got a piece of paper, sons. But anyway,
got a piece of paper that says you're not dumb.
I'd say $2,500.
Oh my God. Did I mention that in the chat? Did I say $2,500 in the chat?
No. Am I right?
Wow. You're fucking spot on.
Holy shit.
Spot
hell,
on.
Uncle Randy loves you.
Yeah, fucking Uncle Randy. Go play the lotto after this, dog. Go get a pup.
They're just lighting your $2,500 on fire and telling you to go fuck your mother, son.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're like, take this. We rolled this up really, really tight. This is your cash. We're going to light it on fire, and we want you to put it out on your mom's tits. I'm sorry, Mom, if you're still in the chat. My mom might have just heard me say that. Christmas is going to be weird. But anyway, 25. I did the quick math this morning. I did $2,500 divided by 16 weeks is like 160. It's 150. It was 158 something. I did the exact math. It was like just under 2,500 divided by 16. Let's round it to $150, right? It's rounding down a little bit, but we'll round it to $150 per week of education. I'm at campus 3 days per week, right? So that's 3 sessions. I'm paying roughly $50, a little bit more than $50 per session each week. I had to miss my entire first week. So what does that sound like to you? It sounds like fucking highway robbery to me. Speaking of old movies, I used to fucking love it. I still love it. I'm never going to stop loving it. When people called shit highway robbery, when somebody called something highway, like, this is highway robbery. I love it. I love it. That, to me, that's one of the best exclamations of all. Highway robbery.
Now that you're getting a little taste of being fucked by the system, I've got a problem with the college right now. Also, they're pulling one of the biggest fuckeries in American history. They're having these kids pay for boarding, room and board, letting them move in, telling them they're going to go to school. Then they go to school one day and they shut it down and say you're all virtual. But thank you for paying for your semester of room and board, son. Thank you.
The whole thing's a fugazi.
Now we're going to tie you up in bureaucracy, which is what you were explaining. The red tape, the fuckery, the don't call me, call him. And they just hope you'll stop.
And you go in a circle. Did you try calling this guy? I call this guy. Did you try calling that guy? I call that guy. Did you try calling this lady? I call this lady. She refers me back to the first motherfucker. They're all going in circles. They weave this convoluted labyrinth, this fucking web. And it's like, call this person. No, call that person. No, call this person. No, call that person. I've gone all the way around. It feels like a goddamn merry-go-round, and I fucking won off, you cocksuckers.
Yep. And that's what they're doing.
I got a problem with it. It's a fugazi. They're setting this up. I had to sign, I mentioned a few minutes ago, I had to sign a bunch of papers, right? When we first started the semester. And it was all this COVID quarantine attestation and shit like that. And I haven't sucked any dicks that were infected with COVID or whatever, right? I had to promise, I swear, I pinky swear, cross my heart and hope to die. I've got AIDS. I've got full-blown AIDS. I've got herpes, gonorrhea, and syphilis, but I promise I don't have COVID, okay? And you're not worried about me shitting on the floor, pissing all over the floor at the urinal, but you are kind of concerned that I might fucking breathe in the open air and somebody might get sick and die. Anyway, it's a fugazi because one of the first things I signed said, even if we go virtual, you've paid what you've paid. Tuition is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
So even though some of your tuition, a large part of your tuition is fees that go towards the university. When you look at the bill, anybody who's paid a bill for university, you know, you pay the bill and you see the breakdown. You see how much is for the actual courses, the semester hours. You see the computer fees, the lab fees. You see all of the UNH study and this and that, and it's UNH fees, and half the fucking $2,500 is bullshit fees that I presume exist to pay the mortgage and keep the lights on, pay for electricity and water and shit like that at this giant fucking campus. Well, guess what? When it closes down, your overhead disappears. You don't got to pay for lights. You don't got to pay for plumbing. You don't have to pay for electricity. You don't have to pay for water because no one's fucking flushing the toilets. Nobody's running the sinks. Nobody's turning the lights on in the 40 different fucking buildings across campus because everybody's fucking at home.
Yeah, no.
Of course they want to.
No bullshit.
No cafeteria. You're not paying the fucking lunch ladies. Jesus, no. Nobody's cleaning that shit up. You don't have people composting the leftover food from the food cafeteria and shit. Fuck all that. And that's exactly what's going on, right? I emailed my professor. I emailed my advisor. I was like, I need someone. I emailed the COVID response team at UNH. And I said, I need someone to explain to me why this is not a fucking fugazi right now. You need to tell me why you're going to hammer my checks. My money is good. You like my money. You fucking send me a bill. You say, hey, it's September 1st. Would you like to make a check to $550 out to my name, University of New Hampshire Wildcat? Okay, fine. Do you know how fucking much it pissed me off to pay that bill this week? I paid that bill. It's September 1. The bill is due. I paid $550 per my payment plan for the semester. And I was incensed because they take my money. And then they say, oh, I'm sorry, your papers don't work out. We don't have your COVID test yet. I'm sorry, you can't come to campus. Not only that, but our numbnuts instructor can't even fucking figure out how to turn on the Zoom, or our Wi-Fi is busted. We're so sorry. And every single one of these cocksuckers, every single one of these awful rat bastard piece of shit motherfuckers, every fucking one of them, Megan and the COVID response team, the fucking Henry guy I talked to on the phone, my advisor and my professor all said, this is unprecedented times. We're sorry. The university is doing the best we can. This is something that we've never had to deal with before. And I said, irrelevant. I don't give a fuck, because you know what? You're not giving me a 15%. We don't know what the fuck we're doing discount. Absolutely. You're not. You're taking every fucking bit of money you would have taken from me last semester, 2 years ago, when COVID wasn't a thing. I've been paying bills at this fucking university for the last 3 years. These motherfuckers are not giving me a, hey, we're figuring shit out discount. They're not. They're not. They don't, and they're not because they want their goddamn money. So the minute you fucking walk up to me and you say, fuck you, pay me, guess what? That's from Goodfellas. You're a fucking mafian right now. You're a fucking La Cosa Nostra motherfucker. You're shaking me down. And then you're barring me from entering campus. I'm not even getting what I'm fucking paying for. That's $150 down the fucking drain. Don't even talk to me about Zoom. This lady can't even get the fucking computer on. I got to teach this lady how to turn on a goddamn computer like she's my mom and it's 1994. Sorry, Grand Jen. I know you might still be in the chat. We love you. It's just fucking ridiculous.
That's atrocious. And just imagine, extrapolate that. There's a lot of yous out there that are going through the same shit.
I'm not the only one. They tell me that shit too. They're like, yeah, this is happening to a lot of students across campus. And I'm also, when I saw that too, irrelevant. Also irrelevant. I don't give a fuck who else you're inconveniencing me. It doesn't make it better. You're inconveniencing 100 other fucking kids, 1,000 other fucking kids. I don't care, because the fact is, you're still bending me over and fucking me. You're not going to tell a rape victim, oh, that guy, he raped a lot of people. Hey, you're going to say, I don't give a fuck. Even more reason why this fucker needs to be brought to justice. Don't tell me he raped 20 other girls like that's supposed to make me feel better. Fuck you. Fuck you in your fucking face. I hope he rapes you, you piece of shit. God damn. I can't wait till nobody gets fucking COVID this entire fucking semester so I can reflect back on how much fucking butthurt I experienced my first week, all in the name of no fucking 20-year-olds ever dying of fucking COVID. Piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, speaking of that, hell, I've got a couple of nieces and nephews.
I'm actually wearing these sunglasses because I burst a blood vessel earlier. It's not because my wife hit me. It's because I burst a fucking blood vessel.
Well, then they're right in that wheelhouse, that age group of young college students. Hell, they were both of them a couple of days of feeling a little bit subpar, and that's it. But especially in that wheelhouse, that demographic of college, it blows my mind that the kids that are going into debt for hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to college, which is already fucked up, that they got to go into debt $100,000. Now they're not even getting the product that they're going into debt for, and you're just telling them to go fuck themselves, and they got to bend over and take it, son, because that's the American way now. You're going to take it, and you're going to like it, son, and that's all that they're saying now. And that's the same way. And if you don't think that has spilled over into the medical profession, I love doctors, but there's some fuckery going on there too with hospitals, because they got to make money. When money's involved, they'll fuck you, and they'll fuck you real good, son, just like Uncle Randy.
People, with his powerful seed. Don't forget, people, Uncle Randy's got some powerful seed. Both his kids are 3 and 5, and they've both got full beards and can drive, licenses, IDs. One of them can throw the football over them mountains over there. It is insane. His seed is
powerful, sons.
Your son is actually going to look older than you in like 5 years.
Oh yeah. Griffin,
people are going to think he's the dad.
Oh, he's got a powerful beard. People are like, when he says he's 15, they're like, shut the fuck up, dude. You're 30.
Yeah.
25
you can
at minimum.
Yeah. Yeah. But you can tell where you get the beard genetics too, though, because your beard is wicked fucking strong.
It's enchanting, isn't it?
It's enchanting. It exudes sexual energy. It's just that's big dick energy on your face. You got big dick energy on your face. And that's a glorious.
Most people make the mistake of staring into it for too long. It's like a damn solar eclipse, son. You can't stare at it directly for very long. You will lose all your self-confidence, and you will realize that you are not as much of a man as you thought you were, son.
You staring at that thing for too long, you're going to have to wear the fucking sunglasses like me, and you're going to have that cane, and you're going to be like doing the thing with the cane and the seeing eye dog on the other arm, and you're like got the dog and you got the cane and you're like sweeping and trying not to trip over shit, and then you're tripping over shit and whoops, I caught COVID.
Yeah, everybody thinks Uncle Randy wears shades just for the cool fashion sense to make him more handsome. That's not the case, son. I can't even look at myself for very long. It's not safe.
It's not safe. You're like a vampire. You can't look at your own reflection. Can't do it.
Hey,
not because it doesn't show up. It's just.
Hey, I've got a couple.
You can only get so hard.
Yeah, I've got a couple of questions that I've been stewing on for the next time me and you spoke. I want to know, is it okay if I fire a couple of them at you?
I wish you would. I wish you would.
I've got to get straight down into it. I got to find out where we stand, son. I need to know. All right. Is it possible, Jason Alme, can you be for ending racial injustice, but be against the organization that is Black Lives Matter? Yes or no? Is that possible?
No, I don't think it's possible, because if you are against the organization, then that automatically means that you're probably the local chapter grand wizard of the KKK, and therefore you can't possibly believe in racial equity. You can't possibly believe in the inherent value of the Black or Hispanic or other races at all, because you're not, if you don't donate at least bare minimum 70% of your net worth to BLM and Joe Biden tonight, Kamala Harris, if you don't make a check out to Kamala Harris for the entirety of your kid's college tuition, and don't worry, it'd be a fucking waste if you spend it on college right now anyway. So you're better off giving it to BLM. Yeah, so I'm thinking you're probably going to be the local Grand Wizard. I think it's actually not only that, but it's actually possible for you to be so racist you don't even know it. And like, you go around living your life thinking that you love Black people. I love Black people, but what if I don't? What if I love Black people too much? And it goes full circle and comes back around to being racist. I don't know, man. I worry about that every day. Every day it keeps me up at night that maybe I don't love other people enough. What if I am as racist as they say I am? They're going to eventually convince me. You never know.
There's a good point there, because they say when you love somebody, if you love them too tight, if you really just push them into a corner and you want to squeeze them because you love them so damn much, you snap their neck. And that's, I think, what you're talking about. If you think you're so not racist and you love Black people too much, does that then in turn make you the one that's squeezing the neck and halting the movement?
Yeah, it's like what you said earlier about butt fucking Nancy Pelosi so hard that you break her hips into powder. You just powderize her hip like you're a Chinese dude, and it's like African rhino horn. You just basically pulverize her hips in African rhino horn. And then what if she was what if she was a Black person? I think she's a white lady, right? But what if she was a Black person and you tried to love her, but it wound up hurting her? Then you have to conclude that you're racist, because you wouldn't hurt someone if you liked them. So if you hurt someone, that automatically means you hate them, which transitively means that you're a bigot, right? That has to be, that's the only logical.
Even during love making?
I learned that at university. Yeah. What's that?
Even during love making?
Even during love making, unless they ask you to, in which case that shit could get weird though, right? Like if you and I are both married to Caucasian women, Lord forgive me, beg our forgiveness. We're sinners. We shouldn't have done it. We did it anyway. We married Caucasian. Of it. I am ashamed. I have actually requested that Christina get really tan, so that there would at least be some question as to whether or not she's fully Caucasian. And she did not appreciate that. Anyway, I'm sorry, honey. She hit me in this eye, and this one's bloodshot because I bursted screaming about COVID and University of New Hampshire. But I think that, we're both married to Caucasian women, but like, so that's not weird. Like if she's like, hey, I want you to like put chains on me and I want you to hit me and here's a whip, hit me. That's like a normal fantasy for a white lady, obviously. Sure. I don't have to tell you guys on the internet. You guys already know that. You got Pornhub. But what if, do you ever think like, what if I had married a Black woman or a Hispanic woman or something like that? What if I had fallen in love with somebody and married somebody? What if Christina was a Black woman, you know?
Would you hold back in the bedroom because you don't want to be racist?
And she would be begging me for it, right? I mean, I can just imagine, what if Brooke was a Nubian princess, beautiful still a wonderful woman, still the love of your life. Nothing changes except she has a slightly different ancestry. And now though, she's in the bedroom, she's like, I want you to tie me down, I want you to hit me. And my wife is the same way. She's like, I want you to spit on me, I want you to degrade me in all manner of ways. And I'm like, I can't do that, because if somebody finds out I did that, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm gonna get crucified.
Because that's what matters, is what other people think. It doesn't matter if you're really racist. Well, we don't want them to think we're racist. That's the key.
Yeah, isn't that funny though? Isn't that funny? Yeah. It's weird, because I feel like if people tell you something, like you've being in all seriousness though, you know how it is. You're a guy who gives advice to young people. Sure. You understand that you beat someone's self-worth down by telling them that they're worthless over and over and over again.
Yes.
Like if you're a parent, so you have to build your children up, right?
Absolutely.
You don't want, there's enough assholes in the world that are going to make them feel small. So I don't ever want my daughter. By the way, God help anybody who fucks with my daughter like that. If you make my daughter feel like a piece of shit, oh God, this fucking kimono, this sexy fucking thing is going to be the last fucking thing you see. I'm wearing an AK-47.
I don't think that they realize you got about 100 mils of straight Trin Ace ready to inject when the first boyfriend pisses you off, right in your neck.
Yep, and it's going to be like skin is going to turn green. And
Check drops. We're going to be taking some check drops. Right
those are my favorite. God, that's the best pre-workout. Everyone's like, what's your favorite pre-workout? Explode or whatever. Whatever. Mr. Dude, Hyde. And I'm all like, check drops, bitch.
Dude, check drops. You don't need to be around people you like for a while after you take check. Like no one that you care about should you be in their proximity for a couple hours.
That's the secret for our black wives. If they want us to really do what they want us to do in the bedroom, they want us to really put the hurt on them. They got to give us check drops. It's the only way. So they got to sneak oh, well, they're going to have to go to China or some shit. They're going to have to they're going to have to contact their friends in the cartels and get the fucking down low on the check drops. Because if they if she just get the little dropper and just did a little check drops in your green shit and a little bit of Viagra in your fucking probiotic drink. Oh shit. You would drink that shit and an hour later, you'd be like, I don't know what you spiked my drinks with, but I want to fucking murder you with my penis right now, and I will not take no for an answer. That's the fucking recipe, ladies.
Yeah, I want to murder you and have sex with you.
Yeah, like I want to kill you by fucking, like you're Nancy fucking Pelosi. I'm gonna kill you with my dick. All right, well, like I'm really gonna stab your head off with my dick.
Speaking of that, this is your favorite because I know how much you love this guy, and so does Uncle Randy. Uncle Randy's a huge fan of one of these guys, and I think you'll know. But if you got to do a marry, fuck, kill right now, and it's Dr. Fauci, you got Anthony Fauci, you got Wolf Blitzer, and you got Tucker Carlson. Go.
Dude, I got to marry, fuck, kill. I can't just marry all three?
No.
Oh, this is tough to talk about. Sophie's choice.
Uncle Randy's going to fuck Wolf Blitzer, and I'm going to fuck him real good, son. Because I don't like
him. Yeah. I mean,
so I'm going to fuck Wolf real good. Because he hates black people. You know that, and I know that. You've heard it.
So give me they are so poor and they are so black. Hold on, Uncle Randy. I got something for you. Uncle Randy, please. I was not prepared for this, and I want to apologize to you for not being prepared. But where the fuck is it? Right here. This is for you, Uncle Randy.
So many of these people, almost all of them, are so poor and they are so black.
That was Wolf Blitzer. That was one Wolfie Blitzer. We all know and love Wolfie. So, okay, I'm going to fuck Wolfie. I'm with you. What were the other two? Tucker Carlson and then Fauci. All right, I'm just going to kill Dr. Fauci, and not because I'm making some kind of political statement. I'm not going to get my MAGA hat out and kill him or whatever. It's just because he's the least interesting of the three. So we're just going to say what?
He's also the oldest, so it makes sense. You want to be with somebody if you're going to marry him. Tucker's got more years left.
Yeah. So I think Fauci is just, I mean, like, and the one thing that I think this game could be improved upon is if you don't just say who you would kill, marry, fuck, or fuck, marry, kill, or bang, marry, kill, whatever the game is. So I'm going to kill, but you need to say how you would do it. You need to elaborate. You need to really think it through, right? Because it's easy to just say, I'd kill Dr. Fauci and I would fuck Wolf Blitzer all night long. I would fuck him so good. I would fuck him till he loved me just like Mike Tyson. Or I would marry Tucker Carlson because he's a cheeky little fuck. He gets into enough trouble, but I feel like I could just fucking spank his bottom whenever he comes home. And he's on TV, and that's cool. So I don't want to just say who I would kill, marry, fuck, or kill, fuck, marry. I want to say that actually I would just drive. I don't really have a taste for violence. I don't really, you know what I mean? I got to be pushed to it. I don't feel that way about Dr. Fauci. So I'm driving Dr. Fauci to Tijuana. I'm going to leave him down there, and I'm going to let whoever do the work for me. Okay. I'm just going to leave him down there. Maybe he lives. Maybe he doesn't die. Maybe they don't kill him. Maybe he goes to work for one of the cartels running drugs, and we see him again, and he's got like face tattoos, and he comes and kills me. Who knows? But I'm going to drive him down to Mexico, and I'm going to leave him for dead. And then I'm going to fuck Wolf Blitzer, but we got to do it in New Orleans, obviously, because that's the quote, Katrina. Right? These people are, Katrina. These people are so poor, so black. We've got to do it in New Orleans. So we're going to charter a private jet on his dime, of course, because I don't get that kind of money. What the fuck are you talking about? I gave all my money to UNH for a butt fucking.
Yep.
So we're gonna wine and dine and 69 Wolf Blitzer in New Orleans on his dime, private jet. Maybe we'll say what's up to Jeffrey Epstein because we know he's not dead. And then I'm gonna marry Tucker Carlson. We're gonna retire to Savannah, Georgia, and I'm gonna spank his bottom when he pisses everybody off by filleting Trump. So that's my marriage. When he gets out of line, I'll put him right back in line. I'll be wearing my kimono when he gets home, and I'm spank his bottom. So what about you, sir? We know you're fucking Wolfie. You said that.
Yeah, we have the identical thing now. I'm gonna kill Fauci a different way. I'm gonna make him take this first dose of the vaccine, son, and I'm gonna watch it just kill him.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't buy into this vaccine thing. Hell, it's like a software where I do not want to be in the first batch.
No, you don't. You got to let them work the things out.
God, yes. I am not signing up, Uncle Randy, for the first wave of a rushed ass vaccine on a fucking disease that nobody even knows what the fuck it is or does yet. They're just running around.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
No thanks.
I could not have said it better myself. So.
I'm shooting it straight up Dr. Fauci's ass as a damn enema, son.
Yeah.
Just a suppository version, and I'm going to overdose him on the vaccine. That's how he's going to pass. Yeah. I'm definitely going to have sex with Wolf Blitzer a lot, over and over again. And I'd like to do it live on Chris Cuomo's show. I'd like to do it on whatever the fuck Chris Cuomo's show is. I want it to be aired live in all of its glory. Tucker Carlson, he's just winning by default as far as the mayor. I'm sure I'll beat him. He looks like a guy that could take a beating pretty well. He's been hit a lot. So that's what I'm going to do.
You think he's like a closet freak? He just...
Oh, of course. Most super staunch conservative people are pretty big freaks.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Overly conservative. Like if you're just a staunch, and don't get me wrong, when you're a staunch liberal, you're clearly a crunchy hippie too. So there's something for both.
Yeah.
If you're a staunch liberal, you smell like patchouli and fucking clove cigarettes. If you're overly conservative.
I think Tucker Carlson's he's like, call me Nancy Pelosi when you do me. Roll me out of my wheelchair. I'm going to come in with a cane and white hair, and I want you to call me Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, I bet he masturbates to old Pelosi all the time. He's a concern. He's
absolutely. First of all, who doesn't?
Yeah. Who doesn't? You're right. What am I talking about? I'm over here lying. Me too. I mean, hell, that new video of her getting her hair done in the salon, hell, I've jerked it 5 times to that video that's out right now.
Yeah, how about that? How you've brought up 2 things that actually, in all seriousness, kind of chap my ass a little bit. The first one is the COVID. Yeah, it's the COVID vaccine thing is like you mentioned, you don't want to be, why would you line up for 2 days in a huge line to be the first guy to get an iPhone that's not going to work right off the line anyway? You're going to be pissed.
Yep.
It's a fucking, it's such a mind fuck. Like, why would you not wait? I mean, haven't you guys, there have been plenty of drugs in the past that have fucked people up for real. There was one drug in the early 80s. They were given pregnant women for nausea, and their kids were born without arms, without legs. It was some serious fucking issues with neural tube defects. Neural tube defects affect a pregnancy very early on while the nervous system is still developing. So you're talking about we're not talking about, my child, it's a little bit of lead paint, eats chalk, shits in her hand. We're not talking about a functional human being. We're talking about it killed children. It fucking maimed them. They were being born without parts of their brain. I mean, this is serious fucking shit. It's absolutely not. Dr. Zeus, AZT. That's the one. Thank you, Dr. Zeus.
That is the one.
I love you, Dr. Zeus, but AZT fucked people up. And guess what? It's not like the doctors who were prescribing it wanted to fuck up little babies. They thought the shit was good. Guess what? I don't want to fucking give some unproven shit to me or my kid. And I'll tell everybody in the world right now, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. My kid is completely up to date on her vaccines for a 1-year-old.
Absolutely.
She's at every vaccine. So I'm all good with vaccinating when it's a fucking polio vaccine that's existed for the last 65 fucking years. We've had time to test it. It's gone through the proper channels. Every time I get on the news and I read about the FDA is going to fast track the COVID vaccine, I'm like, oh, that sounds like a really good fucking idea. Let's fast track it. Let's get this into people even quicker than normal, because surely that will not end badly.
Here's the fucking thing. People are going to line up around the fucking world to be the first ones to get it too.
Absolutely.
Like while Uncle Randy's sitting back butt naked, like, nope, I'll wait for fucking software version 4 or 5. God,
rubbing myself butt naked with fucking COVID oil. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. The problem is these good government, good citizen douchebags are going to line up because they think that the government's infallible.
Oh yeah, and the government cares about them. They care about them individually. Government loves Jason Alme. They care about his well-being.
Yes, they do. I don't think they mean bad. Like a lot of conspiracy theorists think all the government just wants to fuck you and they're just going to do 9/11s all day and they're going to lie and Dick Cheney's going to take all the money for Halliburton or whatever. And I'm sure some of that does happen too. But the fact is, there are, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands, millions of people, if we maybe not millions, but hundreds of thousands of people in government. We're not just talking federal, but we talk local municipalities, state governments. Yeah, there's so many people in government. They're just like the rest of us. They don't give a fuck. They're borderline alcoholics. They want to go home. They want to pour themselves a whiskey at the end of the day and try to fucking forget their existence for 12 fucking hours before they got to repeat and do it again tomorrow. That is what it is. Take a good hard look. Every one of you dumb motherfuckers out there. I'm not talking to the 1% of you guys that actually have a decent IQ. I'm talking about the 99% of dumb motherfuckers. Go look in the mirror. Think about all the dumb fucked up shit you do at work. Think about every fucking time you fucked up your job and prayed to God no one fucking found out. Now, imagine that you're also the motherfucker who's in charge of studying vaccines and of approving vaccines. That's real life. It's a documentary. You've just fucking uncovered it. Welcome to the real world. You've just left the Matrix.
And now, and imagine the pressure being put on those motherfuckers to get this vaccine pushed through by the election. There's a hard deadline. There'll be a version by the election. Trust me, folks. There'll be a version. It'll be that very first dog shit version, son, and it'll hit right before they start letting people hit the polls, and there'll be sons of bitches going and taking it, and their dick will fall right off, and their kidneys will shit out of their assholes within a week.
It's a bad move. I gotta say, like, the normal development time of a vaccine is actually relatively long. Yeah, it's years.
2 or 3 years.
I want a vaccine that has been through the proper protocol. I don't want something that's been rushed. Because you might say we just prioritized it. We did it faster. We didn't cut any corners. We didn't fuck anything up. We just put this ahead of everything else that we were doing. We hired extra people so that we could speed up the man hours. I don't care. I don't care. It takes time for side effects to show. Guess what? You got to study the shit. You need to fucking study it, and you need to give it time for the side effects to show before you fucking put it in.
You got to be able to test it on a diabetic for a year. See what happens to a type 1 diabetic after 12 months, or what happens to somebody that's got chronic kidney disease for 12 months, for 18 months, for 2 years. When you've put it out in 6 months, you haven't tested it with a single motherfucker that's got a real long-term issue because you haven't had time not to see what it's really going to do. So come 6, 8, 9 months, when you shit your kidneys out and you got to have a foot of your colon removed, you'll be saying, damn, Uncle Randy and Jason Alme were right. I should have waited on version 3.0.
Yeah. Always wait. You got to wait for them to work out the kinks. Yeah, go fucking buy a Commodore 64.
And if you take your kid, listen, A lot of dumb motherfuckers out there, and I'm not talking to the smart people. Hopefully, goddamn, you're better than this. But people that are going to take their young kids and get them vaccinated when kids handle this motherfucker well, that makes no sense, don't worry. Like, that's just asinine, goddamn. These kids are fine. If you should line up your little youngsters and let them inject this bullshit, I don't know. You know, I'm pro-vaccine, just like I'm fully up to date. All my kids, hell, that's the truth.
I got all my
I'm skeptical.
Wrapping it back to the college thing. This is an issue too, because I'm an older student, as I mentioned when I was first getting into the college rant. So I'm back in school after a layoff, doing professional things, making money. I decided I wanted to go back. Okay, cool. I'm old as shit, and it makes me feel weird sometimes, but other times it's okay because I got way different priorities than these other college students. I'm able to outperform them in several key metrics. But regardless, when I went my first semester there, I get an email from Health and Wellness, and they say, we need to see your vaccine results. We need to see proof that you've had your regular vaccines that you would have had when you were a kid. We just need proof that you were vaccinated. Most of the kids who go to college are, chicken pox, MMR, tetanus. Yeah, it's just like the real routine shit that pretty much everybody gets as a child. Hep A, Hep C, those ones. And so I said, I mean, most of your students are 18. They can just ask mom and dad for this thing, and they've still got the paper because it was 4 years ago. But I'm in my mid-30s. I don't still have the fucking paper. I don't even know if my mom still has the fucking paper. Who needs to know if a 40-year-old man is fucking vaccinated? Do you go up to every fucking 50-year-old you meet and say, hi, nice to meet you, sir? Did you get vaccinated in the 1960s? He's going to say, yeah, I guess. I can't fucking prove it to you. Suck my dick from the back, bitch. Then see if I taste vaccinated.
Well, you don't have to worry about that.
What was that?
You're not going to have to worry about that shit, son, when they put the chips in us, goddamn, because all they're going to have to do is scan your damn shit with their iPhone, and they'll see your medical history, son.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right. So I actually had to go through that. I actually had to, because I said, I can't, I don't even know if the doctor's office is still open. I can't call them to ask for my medical records from 1983 or 85 or whatever. So I was at a loss, and they're like, well, okay, go to your PCP. They'll pull some blood. They'll do titers to see if you still got antibodies built up. And if you can show us that you've got antibodies, we'll take it. I said, fair enough. I went to my doc. They did the blood work to run the titers, and guess what? I didn't have the fucking immunity anymore. You know why? Because the T cells die out over time. So the autoimmune part that responds to vaccines is the learned. It's the part of your immune system that learns, right? Yeah. So eventually it fucking forgets if it doesn't need to remember. It's like, I forgot. My immune system said, well, I guess you're a pretty healthy motherfucker. You don't fuck women that aren't clean. So we forgot how to do that. Yeah. And so I had to go get adult MMR. I had to drive my ass to Maine because you know what? Every MMR vaccine that's out there is intended for a fucking 3-year-old. So they say, oh, well, we don't really do adult MMR. So have fun driving 45 minutes each way to Maine. And by the way, we can't do all the shots at once. This is a course of 3 shots. So have fun driving to fucking Maine 45 minutes each way 3 fucking times over the course of the next month just so you can satisfy UNH. And if you don't think your fucking college is going to do it with goddamn COVID vaccine, you're going to be forced to take some unproven vaccine that was fucking rushed, that was fast-tracked, that hasn't been properly tested. And guess what, motherfucker? That university is not going to be on the hook. They're not going to be liable to whatever happens to you because they don't give a fuck. They're covering their ass. That's what this whole thing is about. That's the reason I couldn't show up to campus all week. I had to miss my whole first week of class. You know why? They don't want to say somebody got COVID on their campus.
For sure. They sure as fuck don't. And even though, hell, there's probably tons of them that got it, never know it, never knew it. It's a fucking clusterfuck, man. Uncle Randy usually has the answer, sons. Hell, I know pretty much everything there is to know. This one's got me bamboozled, son. Hell, I'm hoodwinked like a motherfucker. I don't know what's what anymore when it comes to this fucking corona thing. All I know is this. I knew it was going to be a shit pile. Go check the tape. We did a podcast, this podcast, son. Me, you, Jess, and Donnie. Some say it's the greatest podcast ever recorded. I'm not saying that. Some people have said that.
Yeah.
I can be quoted as saying this is going to be a shit show that's going to fuck us right in the ass, son. And it
And
sure
it has
has. It
been.
fucked us real good.
You're like a big, beautiful, burly Nostradamus. It's like you saw the future. Honestly, it's not even like you need a special power to see the future. What you need is just a little bit of wisdom and intellect. If you've been around the block a few times, like Uncle Randy has, you've seen some things, you kept your eyes open, you tried to learn from your experiences. Guess what? You can call the shots now. You can call the plays. You know the game. You know how it's played. You know exactly what's going to fucking happen. You're not naive like these
And
dumb fucks out there.
you can see it snowballing. And that's what
Yeah.
I'm worried about when I'm trying to get in front of. And I don't know how to do it, son, because it's going to take a whole, I hate to say a revolution because it sounds all douchey, but I don't know how else we change this ball rolling to where everything we do, you're going to be in the ball of fuck that Almy's been in just to get to go to class.
Mm.
And then he still can't go to class and is getting fucked out of his money and nobody
Yeah.
gives a fuck. We're headed for that in everything. If they make it like that they want it to be, and it kills me when I see the people that are rooting for this fucking virus. When Wolf Blitzer gets his raging boner every time the ticker goes up on COVID deaths, he gets a huge raging pulsating boner, son. You can just see the veins, goddamn. He starts talking about black people and how poor they are, and he's about to blow his load. I'm like, this is the future. We're fucked.
He doesn't even say I'm coming. He just says they're so poor and so black really fast, and then skeet everywhere. I'm with you 100%. I think there have been a few things COVID related that I've been thinking about even before I got butt fucked this week by a university. But one of those things has been, if this is our response to COVID, there's always going to be some threat. I mean, imagine some future 2 or 3 years from now, COVID's kind of blown over. It's still around. Any virus is still around. They're still kicking around. You can still catch a cold. The coronavirus is not going anywhere, but maybe we got a vaccine. Maybe we've built up some herd immunity. It's not the big deal that it is now. At least it's not getting people to turn on the news the way it is now. I can imagine a future like that. But guess what? They're going to franchise the shit. The COVID is going to become the next MCU. Disney is going to buy it and they're going to churn out 20 fucking movies to the tune of $1 billion each. It's a certified moneymaker. So guess what? COVID 21 is going to be a big fucking thing. They're going to try to make a big fucking thing out of it. COVID 22, COVID 23, it's going to go on and on and on until you and I are old men and dead in the ground. I'm telling you one thing right now. Every fucking flu season, are you wearing your mask? Did you wash your hands? Have you had your COVID 25 test yet? You can't come to campus until you've had your COVID 25, 33, and 47 tests done. You need the data, okay? Every single time. Every single time. It's bullshit.
I need to know right now. I actually wrote this down. If you are willing to promise Uncle Randy right now that you will mask up during sex at all times going forward. I need to know if you love America enough to do that, Almy. That's being recommended now, to wear your mask during sex.
Yeah, which is really kind of ludicrous if you're a guy like you and I who, like, we fuck one person. I mean, each, not the same. We don't like double team the same lady. Like, I'll pull her hair, I'll slap her ass. You know, but each of us has a wife. I'm not worried.
To make love to.
We love to make love to. I love to make love to my wife. I'm trying to have baby number 2, like Dr. Zeus said. I'm right there with you, Dr. Zeus. I would love baby number 2 to come around. My wife would love baby number 2 to come around. And in the meantime, we're going to enjoy trying. Fact is, I would never wear a mask during sex. I refuse.
You won't wear socks during sex. How are you going to wear your mask?
How are you going to wear a mask? You can't wear socks during sex. Uncle Randy and ex-cousin-in-law Jason both fucking tell you right now, son, do not wear goddamn socks during sex. Respect your partner at least a little bit. Even if you plan on pulling her hair, punching her in the nose, and coming on her face, at least respect her enough to take your goddamn socks off during sex.
Let me tell the listeners a quick story. This is how Jason Almy changed Uncle Randy's life. I got to be honest. I got to give props where they're due, sons. First time we had the Almys at our old home and we recorded our first podcast together, that was a listener question that asked about what Almy's picadillos were about sex, and he revealed the socks thing. you go back and check the tape, you'll hear Brooke say, well, Uncle Randy wears socks from time to time during sex. The
Yeah.
disappointment on Jason's face spoke for itself. Now, since that day, Uncle Randy's never worn socks because I saw the disappointment not only in Jason Almey's face, but my wife's face.
Yeah.
So it's a true thing, sons, and it converted me. And I still to this day, sometimes pre-coitus, when I'm removing the socks, I'll mention Jason Almey before lovemaking. That's the truth.
Thank you, Jason. Just kind of whisper to your socks. You're taking them off.
No, Brooke hears me. I'll be like, this is for Jason. Taking off these socks.
Taking off these socks. I feel like I'm glad to hear that from you. I'm from Atlanta too. Like, you know, I lived 30 years in the South, and I hate wearing shoes and socks almost as much as I hate wearing clothes in general. I hate wearing shoes and socks. Georgia is a wonderful place because you can wear flip-flops year round almost. I mean, there are very few days that you actually have to cover your feet up.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's why I got into that habit. Like, I want to be barefooted because that's how I'm most comfortable. It's more intimate that way. And I don't need socks as a barrier between me and my lover.
Well, I started looking at myself from the outside.
I wear condoms. Like, I'm going to wear a sock.
The ridiculous nature. Like, the reason it really got into my head is I started thinking about how ridiculous it looks to be during a very sexual lovemaking session. And you got on black church socks.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Like that. That's a bonus. What if somebody is watching? They're going to make fun of Uncle Randy. I can't have that.
Yeah. If someone did happen to see, like that reminds me of my grandpa, because he would always wear these socks. He'd always wear those black, like the socks he'd wear to church or to work or whatever. Like, he didn't even, I'm like, you're retired, grandpa. You're like 70. You're sitting around the house watching basketball. Why are you wearing dress socks? They're the least comfortable kind of socks that are made. And
they're
they'd have
too. They're useless. They're thin as.
Because they're so thin, his big toe would be sticking out. There'd be a hole on his heel and shit like that. Can you imagine having those on while you're fucking? I can't. No,
but this, in all seriousness, that is one thing where you changed my life. This is no bullshit. That's not hyperbole. That story is 100% true. Everyone can go back and check that podcast when that came out.
I needed to hear that, I guess, because I feel like just this week has just been very frustrating. Today's been a super frustrating day. Even with this very episode that we're recording, I'm having a blast right now, but the first couple of minutes trying to figure out the internet and stuff, it just felt like one frustration after another. I wanted to just go open a thing of Haagen-Dazs on the couch and just look at my fat belly and cry while watching Seinfeld or Everyone Loves Raymond or something like that. But honestly, to hear that from a man as illustrious as you, I mean, somebody who, you know, what you do for the kids, the question and answers that you give, the inspirational, motivational videos. I mean, the idea that we form kind of a web, really truly a community where we have impact on each other. It's a beautiful thing to me. It's a beautiful thing.
It is. It's a great thing. And that's why I always tell people that want to get into podcasting to do it. You really do make some great friends. I'm not just all the kumbaya, but I met some cool motherfuckers doing this shit. And these people do this shit. It's hard work. It's frustration. It's great. It's fun. It's maddening. It's all those things. And most people are doing it for no money. To bring entertainment to people because they enjoy it.
Just weird hopes and dreams that will never, ever come true.
And great stories like the sock thing.
Yeah.
And, that's a great story.
There is some gold. Like we go mining for gold, and I think a lot of times we come up empty-handed with jack shit, and our families starve and die of dysentery. But I think sometimes you hit a vein of gold or platinum, and you come out with something good. You come out with something funny or even maybe a little insightful. Like, I talk so much shit. I've made a few serious points tonight. I've made a few ridiculous points. I wouldn't really fuck Nancy Pelosi. That's gross. But obviously you got to say yes if someone asks you if you're going to fuck Nancy Pelosi, because it's not funny otherwise. You just say no. That's gross. Yeah. And I'm married. I have a wife. I don't want to fuck an octogenarian.
Yeah. And I just don't know that she's really alive under that bag of stretch.
You think she's like a Terminator?
Yeah. I mean, crap. These old fogies that we've got leading our country that are damn near zombies. It's unbelievable.
This
is our options. These are our options.
How do you feel about her going and getting her hair did?
I think it's horse shit.
I
And
think
it bothers me way more than I think it's not bothering people enough because it's something that small. This is
yeah.
Uncle Randy's whole synopsis. Here's where I'm going to open up. I look at
Please.
those little things because if somebody will fuck you like that in a little thing, what do you think they're doing in the big shit? They're really going to give it to you. So
Yeah.
and people are like, why are you so worked up over? Because you know
Yeah.
what? That's a microcosm. That's a snapshot of who that woman is and
I've
what
been
our political
microaggressed.
leaders do. Yes.
Yeah.
They are gaslighting us. I'm using some hot buzzwords, goddamn.
Yeah,
So
goddamn.
people know that we're up to speed on our buzzwords. But our politicians, our leaders have been gaslighting us, lying to us, and trying to rule us because when people rule you, the rules don't apply to them, like Nancy Pelosi. When these
That's
salons are shut down, people can't
yeah.
get their hair did, goddamn.
No.
They're walking around with shitty hair, sons.
I'm
'cause they
walking
can't
around with
get their
shitty
done.
hair. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This
Yeah.
shit's practically down to my ass. People think I'm trying to claim Native American. They offered me a chunk of a casino up here in Connecticut. I don't fucking know. I'm like, what do you want from me? I just can't cut my hair because of COVID. The thing that bothers me the most in life, honestly, I feel like I'm a pretty laid back, easygoing dude. I feel like a lot of shit I don't think twice about because, at the end of the day, my philosophy is like, you do you, I do me. You know what I mean? Like, different strokes for different folks, even if we're into different stuff. Like some people get all bent out of shape about the gays and stuff like that. Like, why do you give a fuck what somebody else does?
That doesn't bother Uncle Randy. Hell, I love
yeah,
the
like
gays as much as anything.
yeah,
Hell, I don't
first
care
of all,
who
yeah, I
anybody
do love the gays. A lot of the gays I know are fucking great ass people. So
Absolutely.
really, if anything, the people out there that don't like gay folks, they're hurting themselves because what they're doing is they're preventing themselves from having a beautiful friendship with somebody that might turn out to be a really fucking kick-ass person. So
absolutely.
I have no compassion for people that are really homophobic because I'm like, you're just cutting yourself off from what could be a beautiful friendship. But the fact is, I'm laid back. I don't give a fuck about what anybody does. I don't give a fuck. There are people out there down the fucking street from this studio right now smoking crack. I know it. There's a bad part of town a couple miles from here. I don't care. It's your life. You want to smoke crack? Go ahead. I don't give a shit. There's one thing that really, really fucking just burns me and grinds my gears. There's one thing that I try to let it go. I try to let it go like a good Buddhist, but I can't. And that's hypocrisy. I cannot stand hypocrisy, even a small hypocrisy to me. And people are right. They say, oh, she just went and got her hair cut. She has to appear on TV and stuff like that. So obviously she just wants to maintain this kind of presentable look. If I was on TV, I would do it too, right? I would try to look more presentable than I do now. I look like a bag of shit right now. I don't give a fuck. Think I give a fuck? I don't give a fuck. I'm still getting laid. I got a wife. She ain't got no choice. Anyway, if she wants to have another kid, she ain't got no choice at least. So I feel like the hypocrisies, though, to me, that is the worst. Like, to me, it's a moral thing. You should be consistent. Even if you're an asshole, be consistent. You know what I mean? I don't mind somebody doing the wrong thing. We all do wrong things. But be fucking consistent. Don't tell me my fucking business, then fucking turn around as soon as I'm out of earshot, go and fucking do the opposite. Because if you fucking tell me my business, if you say, all these hair salons got to close down, you can't go get your hair cut. Fine, fuck it. I haven't cut my hair in 3 fucking years. I got long fucking hair. One thing I did not shed one fucking tear over was the fucking hair salons closing down because it doesn't fucking affect me. I felt bad for them. Felt bad for my wife. She went and got her hair done finally. She came home looking hot. I was like, oh shit, I like it. I was like, bite my fucking lip. Put that kid to sleep quick. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's 3 p.m. It's bedtime, baby. Because I got to fucking knock your mama up again. You know what I'm saying? So I hate the hypocrisy of it. I do hate that. It kills me.
It's impossible to me. It's and then her explanation apology was so shitty because she's so entitled. Like the only way to even combat that is to go up in front of your constituents and say, man, that's a bad look. That was a real fuck up on my part. Yeah. I'm a real idiot. Not I was set up. Like that just pisses me more off. Like I'd at least come up and be like, you know what? I'm an asshole, but I'm on TV. I'm trying to look good. I'm ugly as shit. I've had too much plastic surgery. I'm 100 and I'm trying to stay in office so I can embezzle more money and get richer because even though I'm a public servant, since I've been in office, I have become a multi-millionaire somehow, and I've got to keep that going. So I
Well,
better
if you
get
know
my
when to
hair
sell off
blown out.
all your fucking stocks, it makes it pretty fucking easy, right? You get that tip a few days early that COVID's going to shut the whole fucking world down. Yeah, well, let's sell now while it's high before this fucking shit tanks. Sorry, motherfuckers. We're the first ones in the lifeboat. Go to hell, the rest of you. I hope this shit works out for you. Be on the lookout for your $1,200 check, cocksuckers.
Yeah, it would
I
have
can't
only been better if on that shitty surveillance video that showed her in that motherfucker is if she would have opened her robe and swung her dick around. She had a little dick to a helicopter or something. Like
Oh,
then it would
dude.
be acceptable. Like I
I'd
would be
have
like,
to
you know
vote
what?
for her.
I'd be like, you know what?
10-4.
Props to you, sir, ma'am.
That's how you earn my
That's
vote
how you
right
do
now.
it.
That's how you do it. That's exactly how
At least middle finger me and tell me to fuck off for real. Like don't fucking hide it and fuck around it and then try to gaslight me and convince me that I'm stupid because you were set up. No. Pull your dick out, son. Pull your dick out and jerk it on my face if that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah. If you're gonna fuck me, really fuck me. I mean, jack off in my fucking eye. Make me keep it open for you. Yeah. I feel like the politics is just, it's such a game too because of optics. You know, like very few politicians will come out. This is not just a dig at Nancy Pelosi, or I'm not making a partisan statement here. No politician will come out and say, I did something wrong or I've done wrong, unless you really get caught getting your dick sucked in the Oval Office. When they do the DNA test and like, hey, the jizz stain on this lady's dress is actually Mr. Clinton's. Oh, I didn't know that a blowjob counted as sex. I mean, he'll still lie through his fucking teeth because every fucking thing is damage control. They can never admit to something unless you got their fucking DNA at the crime scene. And even then, they got to come up with some fucking reason why they lied to you in the first place about it. That was a fucking disgrace, and no one remembers it. And everybody thinks Bill Clinton's just this nice guy nowadays. I'm like, he fucked a 19-year-old intern, came all over her, and then said, I didn't have sexual relations with that woman. And when they figured out it was true 4 weeks later, he said, I didn't know blowjobs count. Are you fucking kidding me? Jizz came out of your dick and hit that woman. You didn't think that was sexual at all. When you came, that wasn't sexual. Yeah. That doesn't count as sexual relations. Fucking orgasm. Since when does an orgasm not count? Orgasm fucking counts.
And then he had the balls, son, to get up there and debate the meaning of the word is. The infamous part where he said, well, that depends on what the definition of the word is.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
are we speaking English right now? English, motherfucker, you speak it.
Nothing matters anymore, and nothing will ever matter again, because that's where Bill Clinton, he started it, you know. But imagine if
Nixon did some shit too. Look, I mean, it goes back. Honestly, the only reason we don't know about some bullshit that fucking, I don't know, President John Adams, the third president, pulled is because nobody had fucking phones to record the shit back then. I'm sure they did fuckery. Fuckery goes all the way back. How do you think Rome fucking collapsed? I mean, the fuckery is baked into a political system because you can't ever say that I did something wrong, because next time you're running for office, your opponent is going to say, hey, he fucked up and he admitted he fucked up. We got video of him saying he fucked up. Vote for me.
He's such a dumbass. He didn't even try to squirm out of it. He admitted his fucking fuckery. I won't do that. I'll look you in the face and I'll promise to deny everything.
That's why I want you to be governor. I want you to be governor because I want a dude who I want somebody who can own their shit. I took Chinese martial arts for 10 years, from 96 to about 2006-ish. And one of the masters there that taught me was kind of a hard ass. He was actually a little bit of a dickhead and a lot of people didn't like him. But I feel like I got to understand him after a little while. And his thing was no bullshit. As long as you didn't bullshit him, he was okay. Yeah. He's okay with you saying, I showed up late to class, sir, because I was getting my dick sucked before and I got a late start and I'm here late. I'm so sorry. He'd say, look, I understand. I like blowjobs too. Go do 100 push-ups and then you can join the class. Yep. Honestly, if you bullshitted him, he'd get mad. No excuses. Yep. Yep. There was a feeling like, don't tell him any fucking excuse. Don't say, well, my car wouldn't. He doesn't want to hear it. Just say, I'm sorry, I'm late. That's it. Just own it. Do your fucking penance and then get started. Not enough people live by that rule. People want to point fingers. People want to say, oh, well, it's so-and-so was in front of me and they fucking stopped at every light and blah, blah, blah. This fucking shit happened to me and I couldn't help it because somebody else is a cocksucker. The fact is, if you just say, look, shit happens. Shit does happen. It happens to everybody. We all get fucked. I got fucked this week by University of New Hampshire. I got that wildcat dick. I'm still pulling wildcat hairs out of my fucking tongue. But the fact is, we're all going to get fucked. Shit's going to happen that's outside of our control. We got to plan for it as best we can. And we got to keep rolling as best we can. And don't fucking give any excuses like, oh, the university fucked me and now I can't. No. You know what? Suck it up. Be a fucking man. And if you fuck something up, just say, hey, I can do better and I will do better. I don't know. What's on that?
I am, because for people that are listening and are going to listen to this, it's no bullshit. Uncle Randy's running for governor of Georgia.
Randy's running for governor. Yep.
I'm not delusional. I'll be running in 2022. I have no expectations of somehow miraculously being some dark horse that's going to walk in and just annihilate the competition, unseat Governor Kemp, and just take my place in office. No, I'm not delusional, son. I'm what one would call a very, very dark horse. All I care about, though, is getting my name mentioned and some people covering some of the things that I have to say and realizing that there are people that are so fed up with the bullshit in our politics that they're willing to try to get a job that they don't ever want and that they loathe the people that do want those offices, but is willing to go in there for 4 years and swing for the fence to try to get pot legalized in Georgia because we need it. Get that legalized real quick, son. Get some shit together and work with our black communities, our minority communities, work hand in hand, actually get in to the fucking communities, outreach with some of the programs that really work and try to fix some shit, not just talk about it. Try to fix some shit, son.
Yeah.
And
yeah. God damn it.
We'll be down here in Georgia smoking those left-handed cigarettes, rolling in the money, son. Do you know how much money Georgia could? You know how many pot smokers are down here? How many you know?
I know. Shit. I went to high school down there. Trust me. I smoked all my first pots down there. Look, I feel what you're saying. You're saying you're going to build dispensaries in the ghetto. I love it.
Yes.
Give the keys to black folk. Let them sell weed. Don't throw them. You know what? Guess who's good at selling weed? This is going to sound bad, but it's true. Black people are good at selling weed.
And guess what, though? No,
Hispanic white people are good at selling weed, too.
You legalize weed here in Georgia. How many traffic arrests do you think would be eliminated? A shitload. If you legalize the weed, we'll cut down on the bullshit police interactions, and that makes less of these fucking shootings and bullshit because of the systematic issues. We can at least cut some of them. Listen, I don't want anybody getting harassed and shot by the police because they smoked a bunch of weed and fell asleep in public. To me, no good. Look, no good, no bueno. It's not good for anybody. It's not good for the guy getting shot. You could collect all that tax money on fucking weed. Oh my God. Oof, maron. You could collect so much of fucking tax money on the weed. Yeah. And and that's why I don't see why Trump can't embrace that shit. Yeah. Why weed is not legalized blows my fucking mind. Listen, Uncle Randy likes to drink. I'm not a big pot smoker. You know that.
I'm not
my thing. But I see the money in it.
For me, I get anxious.
I see the money in it. I see what it can do good in the community. Because hell, we'll allow you to gamble your tits off down here in Georgia. We're not going to shut that lottery down, goddamn. We're never going to shut the lottery down, COVID or not. That bitch is going to be up and running, and we're going to use that money left and right. However, we could legalize that dankety doodah, son. Let some farmers get to growing down here, repave these shitty ass roads and quit arresting people and hurting black people. We can solve a lot of problems. And then you don't have to fucking tax everybody to death on their income taxes and their state taxes because we're raising money. So we can fix all this bullshit. But it's going to take somebody that's not trying to be reelected, that's going to go in there for 4 years and tell everybody to suck his big dick, son, and let's get some shit done. Or vote me and recall me and get me out of office. I don't give a fuck, but I'm going to swing for the fence, son. And that's the truth.
I want you to. I'm hoping that you get it because honestly, I want you to sign an executive order on your first day that forces everybody in the state of Georgia to subscribe to Shit Happens When You Party Naked podcast. If you're a first-time listener, get on it right now. Thank you for listening. And look, get ahead of Uncle Randy's executive order. Subscribe now, and you won't have any jackbooted thugs kicking your door in and confiscating all of your electronic devices and then forcing them to be subscribed to Shit Happens When You Party Naked. Look, we could do this the easy way or the hard way. Choice is yours, okay? But the answer is always yes. I like booty. Just remember that. Fleece. And I am a warrior. I am a warrior. Fleece Booty Johnson. R.I.P., baby. I fucking love it. I fucking love it.
Yeah, man, I'm in for it. I'm going to give it a go. Hell, we'll see what happens. But, I have no big expectations, but I would like to be able to just talk to some of these sons of bitches. My actual goal, I told my wife, this is no more, no fuckery. I'd like to debate Governor Kemp.
I'd love to see that.
Think you fucked us. I want to be in front of one of these cucks and say, dude, you fucked us. Somebody ask him straight. All this bullshit questions, softballs. I want him to look at me and I want to say, why are you fucking the black folks in our communities? Why did you lie to us? Why are you taking away our constitutional rights? Why do you hate America, son? You need to get the fuck out.
Honestly, you talk about fucking racist pancakes and Aunt Jemima's a problem and all this shit. Like, look, all of that is a fucking redirect. I've got a fucking 1-year-old. I know how a redirect works. When my child wants to take a sharp ass fucking knife and put it into an electrical socket and blow her ass clean across the house, I got to redirect, right? I can't just karate chop her in the head and throw a bag over her head. I have to say, no, honey. Why don't you go cut this cocaine over here with the sharp ass knife? Don't stick it in the electrical socket. It's called a redirect. Look over here. Forget about this thing. Out of sight, out of mind. The reason why every fucking politician will jump on board with, oh, yeah, I can't believe we've had Aunt Jemima all this time. Aunt Jemima's ruined the fucking world. You know what? I'm sorry if Aunt Jemima offends you. I don't give a fuck. Get rid of Aunt Jemima if you want to. It doesn't bother me. The fact of the matter is, you can't redirect them after a certain age. They got object permanence. My daughter remembers that the electrical socket is over there, even though she's not looking at it and she wants to get back to it. I got fucking object permanence, you assholes. I understand that Aunt Jemima, while she
doesn't mean fuck for shit when it comes to the war on drugs. The war on drugs is fucking way worse for minorities than Aunt Jemima or Uncle Ben or whatever the fuck else you want to focus on. Go fuck yourself. If you're worried about the fucking pancake mascot, you're taking to Twitter to tell me I'm an asshole because I don't blink an eye at Aunt Jemima, but I got a fucking problem with Richard Nixon, fucking slippery dick over there, making the whole fucking Lyndon B. Johnson trying to fucking put every minority in fucking prison for the last goddamn 45 fucking years. Because of fucking war on drugs. Because they knew who was going to fuck. Jesus fucking Christ. And nobody wants to. Yeah, you fucking politicians. Every one of you that doesn't fucking end the war on drugs. You're more racist than Aunt Jemima. Thank you. I rest my case. Please, everyone, go vote for Uncle Randy. God damn.
Absolutely, brother. This has been a blast, man. I love it. I'd hang out with you all day. I can't wait for you guys to get here. Come back to Georgia, man.
Uncle Randy, do you have anything else before I get myself canceled by screaming about Aunt Jemima?
No, I just check out
I'm worried that my 3 black listeners are going to.
Yeah, check out my podcast with me and my wife. Check that out. That's Married as Fuck podcast. You can get it everywhere you get podcasts. We'll be dropping a new episode here soon. For everybody's pleasures, and vote for Uncle Randy. Hell, we'll be getting serious in 2021. That's when I can really file and start my campaign and shit. I'm just right now spreading the word. Hell, support this motherfucker. Let's get a regular dude in office. A dude that's fucked up, all kind of shit in his life, came back from it too. Hell, I've done everything you can do, son. I'm not going to deny shit. If you can do it, Uncle Randy's done it. And that's the truth.
Goddamn, I love it. Uncle Randy, I don't care what happens. I'm coming to Georgia in December. I told my parents haven't seen Evelyn for almost a year now. It's fucking criminal. Like, I want my daughter to have a relationship with her uncles, my brothers. I want her to have a relationship with my parents, her grandparents. And this COVID thing is fucking killing me, that it's affecting my daughter like this, that she can't get to know my side of the family as well because I can't fucking board a plane. It's fucked up. And honestly, it really does hurt me. Like, I fuck around a lot on the show, but I got real feelings deep inside that I bury with drugs. But sometimes I think, like, this shit is hurting my daughter and her relationship with her family members, and it fucking pisses me off. So regardless, I told my wife, I don't give a fuck what happens. If the pediatrician and my endocrinologist both still say don't get on a plane or you'll die, we're going to get in the car. It's going to take us 2 days to drive down. It's going to take us 2 days to drive back, but you better believe we're going to stay for 10 days while we're down at least. Nice. We'll have 2 weeks off of work. And goddamn it, I want us to get in the same room again, man. By that time, it will be a year since I've seen you and Brooke and your fam.
Absolutely, dude. Well, we're down for it. We're right down the street from you guys where you'll be with your folks. So anytime you guys are here, we will get together. We will not miss you. Worst case, we'll do the same thing. We'll come to your parents' house like last year and see everybody. But next time we're just staying and eating. I'm going to be honest. Last time we were nice. Next time I'm eating. The food looked delicious. I could smell the bread.
You should have stayed and eat.
I am going to stay and eat next time, and I don't care what anybody says. And I think your family is going to vote for Uncle Randy. I really do.
My family better goddamn vote for Uncle Randy. They better goddamn vote for Uncle Randy. They're no family of mine, motherfuckers. You heard it here first. Let me tell you guys a little something about my other family. Ooh. Yeah, this podcast shit happens. I just had a stroke. Shit happens when you party naked is part of the Inner Circle Podcast Network. We have some other awesome podcasts in our network. You should check them out. Simmons and More Podcast, #SamPC, #No Offense Show. That's HTN NOS. Also, please check out The Plunge. Them boys are doing big things. They got new shows on the horizon. Check out The Plunge. The Hood Diner. Congratulations, you boys just celebrated
100 episodes.
100 episodes. Just dropped today. I listened to it today, and I fucking loved it. Not just because my voice was in their intro telling everyone to suck our dicks. I did like that part, admittedly. But please go check us out. Failing Hollywood is another one of our podcasts. We're a crew. We're tight. You fuck with one of us, you fuck with all of us. Fuck you, pay me. That's what kind of crew we are. We got innercirclepn.com is the website. Go check us out. We have an Inner Circle Presents RSS feed where all of our other ball and ass shows go. Winner's Circle, Slimmer Circle, Dinner Circle, Sinner's Circle, Pinner's Circle, Creatures of the Motherfucking Night. You'll catch me on that show. Go download that shit if you like fucked up, weird, psychedelic shit and me saying bad words. Really, we got a bunch of other shit going on in Inner Circle Sports. We just try to stay busy, and we're always trying to spit out content and completely neglect our families, and that's how we roll. Uncle Randy, goddamn, I love you. Can't wait to see you again in real life.
Absolutely, brother. I want to give a quick shout out. I'm about to run for real, but Creatures of the Night, great fucking show. I want to give you guys props on that. Let me tell you a story. Uncle Randy goes every other weekend to get his oldest son in Alabama. That's a 3-hour drive there, 3 hours back. Watching him play high school football last week, I drove home. I didn't get home till 3 a.m. You know what kept me up? I watched your live feed on Facebook of the last episode of Creatures of the Night. That show is great. It is fantastic. People should listen to it. It's not just all psychedelic bullshit. It's actually very smart. It's a very smart show. I dig it. Uncle Randy digs it, and I'm not a smart man, sons. So
I appreciate the shit out of you. I appreciate you for saying that. I'm glad you listened to it at that time of night too, because that's honestly, I advise you guys, you can listen to it any time of day, but like midnight, that's the time. The nighttime is the right time. We are the creatures of the night. We're not the creatures of the noontime, the 11 o'clock break at work. And the sun is shining. No. We're the creatures. Breakfast food. I fucking love it. Let's do this in real life.
All right, brother. Let's do it.
In December. Okay. I'm promising you Uncle Randy, but I'm also promising the viewers we're going to do this again in real life in the same fucking room, holding hands the whole fucking time.
Absolutely, brother. This has been a blast, man. Anytime you need me, you holler at Uncle Randy. I'll tell Brooke too, because I know she wants to sit down and record with you and Christina. So
I want to get Christina in. Yeah, that we'll have to do that on like Saturday morning or some shit, but
yeah, we'll do it. I don't care when we got to do it, but give love to the family. Tell all the homies I said what's up, brother, and this has been a blast. Thank you.
I will. Thank you, brother.
All right, dog. See you, buddy.
Later, bro. Here's the outro music, bitches.
I was in the crib when my balls dropped. Earthquake when they hit, bro, they split rocks. Now my girl's hotter than that summer asphalt. If she turn me down, God knows that it's her loss. Baby, what's what's your number? Baby, what's your name? I'm about to head to my house, you should do the same. I know you like the way I rap, how I spit game. Got you coming bad like it's crack cocaine.